Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to our last ever episode of SWE Throwdown. Yep, this is our last one. Of course, we still have the Shabby Mania pay-per-view coming up for you, and of course, the special Rumble to see who will stay on this roster for 2K18 as well. But let's see if we can sign things off with a bang. So we're going to start things off with a really interesting match. Got the Miz versus Mike Bennett. And here we go. So this is an interesting one because it's very similar style of people, I suppose, if you look at it. Character-wise, they're two pretty good wrestlers, both a little bit underrated in WWE, I feel. Both with a very strong female presence that generally manages them. Of course, we don't have either Maurice or Maria at the moment, or we will have them both in WWE 2K18, so don't you worry about that. Of course, Maurice is on the game now as a playable character, whereas Mike Bennett and Maria are not on the game, so we'll have to download those. It's not a problem, though. Not a problem. Neil Problensky. So, of course, don't forget we've got 2 more episodes of normal SWE for you. We've got Adrenaline on Monday, and we've got Carnage next Wednesday. And then next Thursday night, we start with the Shabby Mania pay-per-views. Starting off with Mayhem on the 29th, Octane on the 30th. And then, of course, moving forward, we have got Throwdown on the 1st. Adrenaline on the 2nd, Carnage on the 3rd. Then we'll have a few days rest before we hit those at Royal Rumbles as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I think we're going to see some pretty cool matches. A nice way to sign off, a chance for us to do the stuff that me and PJ Toby have wanted to do for a long time but not been able to plan yet. So it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Looking forward to Shabby Mania. And of course, with Throwdown, we do have the Elimination Chamber. Roman Reigns defending his Throwdown Championship against Andre the Giant, who won the 30-man Rumble. The Undertaker, who defeated his brother Kane. Luke Harper, who defeated Zack Sabre Jr. Shawn Michaels, who defeated Austin Aries last week. And then the winner of our main event here this evening, which is CM Punk versus Bret Hart. So it's going to be pretty damn awesome, I think. Pretty damn awesome, that one. And tonight's main event, yeah, CM Punk versus Bret Hart. Very interesting match. Also this evening, we have Umaga taking on Rikishi. We've got the Primetime Players taking on the Guerillas of Destiny in a tag team match. And we will have Charlotte versus Nia Jax vs Bayley. The winner of that one will go on to face off against Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship at Shabby Mania. There we go. Lots of action. So here is Mike Bennett then. Yeah, a little bit disappointed he missed the cut, obviously. That was more expected, really. I think he's missed the cut for DLC as well, probably. So I wouldn't expect to see Mike Bennett on the DLC. It's possible, though. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. But I just don't feel like Mike Bennett was early enough. Did he debut at Hell in a Cell? No, Hell in a Cell's one coming up, isn't it? When did he debut, then? No Mercy? No, No Mercy was a Raw one, though, isn't it? I don't honestly know, to be honest. I know it was a pay-per-view, and it was about 2 months ago, 2-3 months ago. It's been a bit of a tricky one for him because, of course, he has been having some problems. If you don't know the ins and outs, Mike Bennett is currently off the card. They really weren't too impressed when Mike Bennett turned up because he'd let himself go a little bit in the time between when they signed him up and when he actually made his debut. So they weren't too impressed, which is why he never really got off the ground too much in his first little run. However, things have become a little bit more apparent now of why he was having the problems. It's all to do with an issue he's had being addicted to. I think it was painkillers. I'm not sure what he's been addicted to, actually. I can't remember what it was. It's not illegal drugs, but it wasn't stuff that you want to be addicted to by any stretch of the imagination. So, of course, he's been working against that. He's been 2 months clean, I think it was a couple of days ago when he posted it on Twitter. So he's doing really well, and I dare say he's going to come back bigger and stronger from it. Maybe WWE can even make some sort of comeback style story gimmick out of it. It wouldn't surprise me if they did that. So we need to be clicking around the background. I'm trying to get me this video to trying to get the settings correct, and I'm still fiddling around with it, and it's just every time I do it, it just buggers up a little bit. Alright, have I got it right this time? Yeah, I think that's right. Just trying to get the volumes and everything correct as well. I'll up the crowd a little bit. There we go. That's maybe a little bit better. I'm having to play around with the settings for every game at the moment because that's the frustrating thing. I'm recording lots of different things at the same time, but every game needs slightly different audio. It's quite frustrating in the long run. Like if I use the same audio for Skyrim as I do for this, then all you can hear is swords hitting and you can't hear my own voice, so I have to be a bit careful with how I do it. Miz there, backbreaker into a neckbreaker on Mike Bennett. Yeah, both these guys I'm pretty sure will be on 2K. Well, the Miz and Maurice are definitely on 2K18. They've already been announced for the game. Mike Bennett and Maria, we are going to download as cores, so they will be available pretty soon into the new game, I should imagine them. I should imagine there'll be people that people will create pretty early on because of their introduction to WWE. Miz, skull crushing finale there on Mike Bennett. He's not had the best time in WWE so far, and he's not having the best time here in SWE as well. But he does kick out for the skull crushing finale. Miz can't believe it. He thought he had the match won there. Miz now backing into the ropes, trying to figure out what he needs to do here to finish off Mike Bennett. Dropping an elbow right into the inside of the knee of Bennett. Bennett back up at his feet, taking Miz down face first. Into the mat goes Miz. And Bennett's turned this one around all of a sudden. But Miz straight back up. Oh, the headlock driver. Slamming Mike Bennett face first into the mat. He's going to need painkillers after this match at this rate. Bennett slowly back up as Miz catching the double axe handle. And a boot right in the gut of Mike Bennett as well. Slamming him back of the head first into the mat. Miz trying to bring Bennett back up, but Bennett playing possum, tripping Miz over. Bennett now bringing the Miz back up to his feet. Sit out, scoop slam. Bennett bringing Miz back up once again. There's the big ace crusher. Well, that was a big one. That is he going to go for the pin there or no? He doesn't. Looks like he's got more offense in his locker. Big knee in the side of the face of the Miz. And now Bennett lining Miz up, takes him up onto his shoulder. Nice sit out, Death Valley driver. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Mike Bennett picks up the victory. Is that Miz 2 losses in 2 weeks now for him? Yeah, Miz lost to Randy Orton last week, and he loses to Mike Bennett here this week as well. That's going to reduce Miz's ranking points. He's not going to be happy about that. Miz would have liked to build his ranking points up. So far, he's not penciled in for Shabby Mania Throwdown, but you know, he could still appear. Maybe he might try and appear just to give him a chance to build some ranking points forward for next year. I keep saying next year. Literally, the game comes out in 2 weeks. So while we're talking about next year, I've got no idea. I keep saying next year. It's next year's game, isn't it? It's 2K18 instead of 2K17. Makes sense in my mind. And there it was, the sit-out, almost Michinoku driver, isn't it, really? Sit-out Death Valley driver. And victorious Mike Bennett. To say Mike Bennett hasn't had the best of times in SWE so far, but this victory is definitely going to help him out. As I'm still clicking away trying to get this bloody working. No, it's working. And here is our second match of the evening then. It's going to be the Primetime Players taking on the Guerillas of Destiny alongside the leader of the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns. And here we go then. This potentially is going to be the last time you will see the Primetime Players together as a team. Of course, we put them back together here for 2K17 anyway, but of course, normally I would have put them back together for 2K18, but I think with Titus O'Neil doing his Titus brand or his Titus World, whatever it's called, I think that's the way we need to be going, of course. Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, and Akira Tozawa definitely give a way forward, I think, and that means we've got to find something for Darren Young to do. I don't know what we can find for Darren Young to do, to be honest with you. I think he might end up just being a singles jobber, to be honest with you. Apart from that, I can't really feel much else for him to do, really. I did have one idea, but it involved both members of the Primetime Players, so without Titus, it doesn't really work. So it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out something for what's his name? I was going to say Daniel Bryan. What is his name? I've forgotten his bloody name all of a sudden. What is his bloody name? Darren Young. That's it, yeah. So here comes the Guerillas of Destiny then. You've got Tama Tonga on your right, Tangaroa on the left, and behind the leader of the Roman Empire, your current Throwdown champion, Mr. Roman Reigns. Of course, will be defending that belt inside the Elimination Chamber in a few, well, about a week or so now. Next Sunday, a week tomorrow, next Sunday, we will see Roman Reigns inside the Elimination Chamber against Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels, and the winner of tonight's main event between CM Punk and Bret Hart, of course. So we're going to start things off with Titus O'Neil and Tangaroa in the ring. And there is the bell, not the pin, there's the bell. Titus bringing Tangaroa back into that backbreaker. And big right hands right in the face of Tangaroa, bringing Tangaroa back up to his feet, and now big uppercut by him, catching Titus O'Neil off guard into the front slam. Now just a claw on the shoulder. Really causing a lot of pain there to the shoulder of Titus O'Neil. Slamming him back of the head first. And here comes a tag, bringing in Tama Tonga now. Clubbing blow right across the back of Titus O'Neil, and a headbutt right to the back of the head as well. Nice diving knee drop by Tangaroa into Tama Tonga, sorry, into the boot and the gut as well. Bringing Titus O'Neil back up, but Titus playing possum. There's the tag, and in comes Darren Young. Front chancery on Tama Tonga, big elbow across the top of the head, and interesting match this one. Like I said, this is probably the last time we'll see the Primetime players as a team. And we're not quite sure what we're doing at the moment with the Tag Team Championships at Shabby Mania. I'm waiting for a team to really impress me, and like I say, the Primetime players will not be staying together on 2K18, so no matter what happens here this evening, I don't really feel like they're going to be much of a chance of getting this championship match. If Guerillas of Destiny win, then possibly they could. But in recent weeks, we have seen a couple of wins for Natural Disasters actually this month. Not a team I was necessarily excited about keeping, I must admit, but I'll tell you what, if Guerillas of Destiny lose here, I'm going to probably say Natural Disasters would be the key. Because Natural Disasters not had the best time in the universe, mate, but they've won a couple of matches in a row. And it'd be interesting to see the was it Red Dragon getting a fight off against the team that size. Big elbows here in the face by Tama Tonga on Darren Young. Another big elbow in the face of Tama Tonga. And of course, wherever Red Dragon will end up next year, so will Adam Cole. And spoiler alert, the fourth member of the stable, of course, Tainara Conte. There's potentially a fifth member as well, but we're not 100% sure. Based on the NXT tapings, there's a chance there could be a fifth member. But nothing came of it so far. Nice Northern Lights suplex there by Darren Young on Tama Tonga, bringing Tama Tonga back up to his feet. Up on these shoulders, into that big gut buster. Of course, that is Darren Young's finisher maneuver. No, it's not, apparently. It must be his signature maneuver. I thought that was his finisher. No, it's the chicken wing now, of course, with his work alongside that guy. Bob Backlund, that was his name. Chicken wing locked in. You see Roman Reigns on the outside, not impressed by what he's looking at the moment, but Tama Tonga able to break free. Reigns wants a dominant performance for the Roman Empire at Shabby Mania, and I know a victory here could potentially put Guerillas of Destiny in that championship match. Darren Young now sending Tama Tonga into the turnbuckle, brings him out into a big diving leg lariat. And Primetime Player's doing pretty well here. Tama Tonga catching Titus O'Neil with a right hand into a jawbreaker. Now rolling Titus over and slamming him knee first into the mat. Tama Tonga, of course, likes to utilise the Ace Crusher as a finisher manoeuvre and hits it there on Titus O'Neil into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2. Wow, Titus kicked out quite emphatically there at the 2 count as well. As Tama Tonga now dragging Titus middle of the ring, dropping a boot right in the back of the arm of Titus. Now comes into the corner to bring Tangaroa into the match. Tangaroa straight into the pin. 1, only a 1 count. Combination kicks there. 1 in the back from Tangaroa, 1 in the chest from Tama Tonga. Tangaroa willing Titus O'Neil back up to his feet. Lovely diving shoulder block, taking Titus down. Titus O'Neil avoiding the kick in the back and catching Tangaroa. Massive, massive full Nelson slam. And now brings Darren Young back in the match, and Guerillas of Destiny could be in trouble here. I feel like the Primetime Players are really in control of this match. There's some really weird noises coming from the living room. I hope it's the pipe works. Either that or there's 2 ghosts having sex in my hallway. That's what it sounds like right now. Darren Young now wrenching back at the chin of Tangaroa. Tangaroa fighting free. Catching Darren Young in the front chanter. Young sending Tangaroa face first into the mat though. Young bringing Tangaroa up onto his shoulders. There it is again, the big gut buster. But instead of going for the pin, he goes for the taunt, and that's just not a wise idea in my opinion. Tangaroa crawling towards Darren Young. He then stamps on his back, and Reigns doesn't seem very impressed with that. I think Reigns was hoping that Tangaroa would crawl towards the corner and try and get a tag, but instead he crawled straight towards his opponent. Not the wisest thing in the world to do, is it? Especially when Darren Young is now lining up Tangaroa. Looking to potentially try and knock him around for that chicken wing, but got caught out. Tangaroa now takes him up on his shoulders. Big Samoan drop. There's the pin. 1, 2. And oh, I thought that was the 3 then. I really thought that was the 3. In comes Tama Tonga. Does he have enough to finish off Darren Young potentially? There's the claw right on the shoulder blade of Darren Young. Of course, Primetime Players not a tag team to be laughed at. Very effective in their times. I'm just folding him up now, wrenching that leg back. It's just contorting the body. I don't know if there's strange noises coming through the microphone, but they're really weird. Darren Young, massive clothesline, taking down Tama Tonga. Now Young coming across, makes the tag into Titus O'Neil. Went for the boot in the back of Tama Tonga. There's the pin by Titus O'Neil, and Darren Young has Tangaroa off the apron, and the referee this time spots the rope break. Of course, on Octane he didn't. But Darren Young did a fantastic job of taking out Tangaroa on the apron as well. If Titus O'Neil has a big maneuver now, he could possibly win this match, as launching Tama Tonga across the ring via his neck. Taking him up, backbreaker. A second backbreaker into the fall-away slam as well. Oh, and a massive right hand just taking Tama Tonga out. Tonga now taking Titus O'Neil down though. Titus fighting back with the right hand in the guts. Jawbreaker by Tama Tonga. Oh, just brings Titus down right across his knee. And Tama Tonga stalking Titus O'Neil. We've already seen one ace crusher so far. And there's the second ace crusher. Tangaroa, pay attention. He did, but he didn't need to, as Darren Young wasn't paying attention either. And the Guerillas of Destiny do pick up the victory. Yeah, I'm feeling like Guerillas of Destiny should get that match then. I feel sorry about not giving Natural Disasters the chance, but they've not been very good in the whole universe mode, have they, Natural Disasters? They've had a few iffy moments. They've had 2 wins in a row, but 2 wins in a row for me is not enough to turn around all the other stuff that's happened. So, yeah, I think we're going to go Red Dragon versus Guerillas of Destiny for the Tag Team Championships. And that's a big one for me, because that means if Red Dragon keep the belts, then Adam Cole and Tainara Conte will be guaranteed to be on this roster alongside Red Dragon. If Guerillas of Destiny win the belts, then we're guaranteed to keep Roman Reigns and the Guerillas of Destiny. I'm not quite sure about Samoa Joe at this point in time. I like the fact of having Samoa Joe in this stable, but I feel like the threesome of these 2 guys and Roman Reigns suits quite nicely, I think. There we go, that's the pin, 1. And you see, as soon as the pin happened, Darren Young just turned around. That's another part of the terrible, terrible AI we have on this game.
Well, my teammate's being pinned, but I really want to talk to the crowd. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, it's just stupid, isn't it, really? But there you go. There you go, then. So, Guerillas of Destiny do confirm themselves a place at Shabby Mania to fight out for the Tag Team Championships against Red Dragon. And coming up next is going to be the Battle of 2 Behemoths as Rikishi takes on Umaga. And here we go, then. Yeah, interesting one, this one too, guys. Very similar style, very similar size. I think the main difference, of course, is going to be the craziness that is Umaga. He is a untapped craziness that is currently under the control of the Roman Empire. But as I've said before, how much control can he be under? That's the question. He's not really a controllable force most of the time, is he? Now, there has been talk, myself and PJ Toby, about maybe making these 2 guys a tag team potentially for 2K18. Don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. We're thinking of like a new head shrinkers of Rikishi and Umaga. But we'll see how things pan out. Be an interesting tag team, wouldn't it, really? Rikishi and Umaga versus the Natural Disasters. And will be a battle of the big uns. Do 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 do. Here we go then, Umaga. Whose tattoo is really stained under his armpits, hasn't it? Of course, Umaga is Roman Reigns' brother, for those of you who don't know. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. The other guy was, wasn't he? He's Roman Reigns' cousin then, wasn't he? I'm getting my families mixed up again, aren't I? Part of the Inouye family. Right, so Umaga. Umaga is Rikishi's brother. Sorry, what am I on about? Yeah. Umaga is Rikishi's brother. I knew that. And Rosie is Roman Reigns' brother. There you go. And here's one that always confuses people. Roman Reigns and Yokozuna are cousins. There you go. Bit of useful information there for you. It's right, isn't it? Yeah. Then of course you've got the Usos knocking around in there as well. You've got The Rock. Yeah, okay. I end up on this bloody annoying family tree so bloody often. It's annoying. That's what I did there. Annoying. There you go. So I'm trying to click on something on my screen, and I just every time I've got one of these like fibre optic mice, and every time I try and click on something, it just completely goes mad. It's just like moving around the screen all the time. As Umaga is in control then of Rikishi. So the idea behind this tag team is more because they're brothers then, really. Umaga and Rikishi are brothers. It'll be an interesting team. I'm not quite sure the styles mix very well unless we have a more crazy style of Rikishi. Of course, Rikishi's... I remember Rikishi mostly for his Too Cool stuff. I don't know about you guys, but his Too Cool gimmick wouldn't really match with Umaga's crazy bastard gimmick, would it really, I suppose? I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Rikishi and Umaga off the ropes into a spinning sidewalk slam. It has got several names out. I'm trying to think of it. It's not End of Days, is it? What's Baron Corbin's version of that called? Oh, what's it bloody called again? It's also is it the Black Hole Slam, isn't it, by Abyss? Nice move there by Umaga. I wonder if Umaga might suit Carnage as well. Could be an interesting one. Umaga dropping an elbow right on the inside the knee of Rikishi. And now a boot in the back of the leg of Rikishi as well. Umaga slamming the arm of Rikishi into the mat. Went for the boot, but Rikishi rolled out the way, and Umaga went for that big uppercut, but Rikishi caught him quicker. Pinch in the shoulder now by Rikishi on Umaga as well. And of course, don't forget we've still got 2 more matches left for you here this evening. We have got a Women's Championship #1 contendership. Becky Lynch will defend her belt of Shabby Mania against the winner of tonight's match between Charlotte, Nia Jax and Bayley. And we also have CM Punk taking on Bret Hart for the 6th and final position in the Elimination Chamber. Pin there by Umaga. 1, 2... and 3. Umaga gets the victory. No surprises there. He's been a force to be reckoned with since he joined Throwdown, actually. I've been quite impressed with Umaga's work. And this is just another step on his way. Building up momentum points really quickly. And we should be seeing some pretty good, strong stuff from Umaga in 2K18, I think. But I feel like, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about Umaga in 2K18? Do you think we should go for the Umaga-Rikishi tag team? Or do you think we should keep Umaga as a single star? Maybe over on Carnage would be an interesting place to put Umaga. I feel like that sort of craziness about him, let him utilise the weapons as much as he wants, that could be pretty cool. And here we go then, our next match of the evening is a triple threat women's match, and the winner of this one will go on to face off against Becky Lynch at Shabby Mania for the Throwdown Women's Championship. We've got Bayley, Charlotte, and Nia Jax. And here we go then. We are ready to have some fun. I just really lost the ability to talk there for a second. I've got no idea what just happened. Oh, here we go then. So Charlotte takes on Nia Jax, takes on Bayley. Of course, Bayley, former Throwdown Women's Champion. Both Charlotte and Nia Jax, no big opportunities so far. This could be their first chance to hold gold. But of course, this triple threat match is what is in the way. Becky Lynch, of course, 2-time Throwdown Women's Champion now. So I got tired out. So I've had my dinner in between the last match and this one, and I've had a big dinner, and it's just completely knacking me out now. I should be on the sofa lying down watching the football, but there we go. Yeah, so both Charlotte and Nia Jax not really had an opportunity as yet. Of course, Bayley, the former Throwdown Women's Champion. Becky Lynch, 2-time Throwdown Women's Champion. I think only Bayley and Becky Lynch have been the champion, I think, off the top of my head. They've just been winning it back and forth between each other. Let's have a quick look on the old blogger. Of course, the links for the blogger are in the description below should you ever want to have a look at previous champions or the rosters we've got at the moment and so forth. But of course, if you are watching this a little bit in the future, then they probably would have been re-updated with... Hang on a minute, why is Bayley wearing the belt? What is wrong with this game? Why is Bayley wearing the belt? fuck has Bayley won the belt? Bayley's the champion. Oh. Okay. I've messed up. I messed up, people. I'm so stupid, aren't I? I'm so stupid. Right. Okay, well. If one of the two women win this one... Oh, no, I was completely wrong, actually. Jade held the belt for 4 weeks. Then Bayley defeated Jade to win it. Then Alexa Bliss defeated Bayley to win it. Then Becky Lynch defeated Alexa Bliss. And then Bayley defeated Becky Lynch again. So yeah, it's been a pretty hot potato, this belt, actually. I don't think it's been successfully defended once yet. A bit like quite a lot of the women's championships are like that, aren't they? So, we're going to have a little bit of a change up here, obviously, then. If Charlotte or Nia Jax win the match, then they will become the #1 contender. If not, then we'll have to do something a little bit different at Shabby Mania, because I have completely messed this up, good and proper. If Bayley wins, we'll do something a little bit different. But if Nia or Charlotte wins, we'll keep to the same idea, I think. Can't believe I bugged it up that much. How stupid is that? How stupid am I? Insanity. Absolute insanity. Well, Nia Jax then. So, yeah, both Nia Jax and Charlotte still not really have much of an opportunity. Whereas, of course, Bayley is the current champion. So she's had quite a bit of an opportunity, I suppose. I'm looking forward to this one, actually. You see a good chance for... I like this one a little bit different in the Women's Championship picture here on Mayhem. On Throwdown, should I say. I've lost the ability to talk at all now, haven't I? That's why I should never stop and have dinner in between recordings. But I was really hungry. Really hungry. Right, there goes the bell and we are underway. And I remember all triple threat matches are no disqualifications, no countouts, so weapons are allowed should they so wish to try and use them. And it wouldn't surprise me in some cases, of course. Trying to keep Nia Jax down could be very difficult. So potentially, weapons might be the best way forward, maybe. Charlotte just dropping Bayley onto her back into that backpack neck breaker. Charlotte now attacking Nia Jax. Spinning neckbreaker on Nia Jax as well. Bayley goes running across and Charlotte catches the big boot right in the face. Charlotte's taken a lot of control in this match pretty early on, actually. Quite impressive what she's been doing. Big chop right across the face of Bayley. And now catching Nia Jax with a suplex. Charlotte is in complete control of this match. Backbreaker now on Bayley. Charlotte now just choking out the grounded Bayley. Nia Jax back in the ring though, but can Charlotte continue the assault? No, Nia Jax get on the back of Charlotte and drop. No, Charlotte does reverse it. And now Charlotte now again over the top, another neckbreaker on Nia Jax. Charlotte is in control. Elbow across the back of the head, and Charlotte finally ejected from the ring, allowing Bayley and Nia Jax to go at it. Nice hurricanrana there by Bayley on Nia Jax. They're dropping an elbow right into the heart. Bayley sending Nia Jax into the corner. And I think Charlotte and Bayley need to work together really to take out Nia Jax, because Nia could be a big threat for the pair of them. But Charlotte's still continuing the good run there with an elbow right on the inside of the leg of Bayley, now taking Nia Jax up, really showing some great strength here, dropping her face first on the mat. Nia Jax ejected from the ring as Charlotte hit a German suplex on Bayley. Charlotte here. Or maybe looking for that natural selection. She hits it. Will she have a chance to get the pin before Nia Jax gets back in the ring? No, she doesn't. Nia Jax does slide back in now and catches Charlotte in for the sidewalk slam. Now can Nia Jax get an opportunity here? Nia, half sloppy camel clutch there by Nia and Charlotte. Bayley able to break it up. Nia taking Bayley up top. What's she got planned here? Lovely. Hurricanrana. Bayley hooking the legs. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, 2 count. Charlotte now attacking Bayley in the corner. Bayley now ejected from the ring, and Charlotte looking to work over Nia Jax. Big knee in the spine of Nia. And Charlotte taking a few seconds in the corner just to recuperate. There's a pin. 2, only a 2 count. Bayley catching Nia Jax, that basement clothesline. Charlotte trying to steal the pinfall, but Bayley not having that. Comes across and breaks it up. Bayley now with the pin on Nia Jax. 2, only a 2 count still. Oh, nice neck breaker there by Charlotte on Bayley. 1. Only a 1 count, wow. On a spear by Charlotte on Nia Jax. That could be enough if Charlotte can drop on the pin on Nia. Bayley slowly getting up. Referee is so slow getting down. 2. And Bayley was there to break it up. Referee, I think you've just cost Charlotte this match. Almost got the pin there. Almost. Please don't be like the women's match we had over on Mayhem. Please don't be that bad. Bayley, oh, what a suplex on Nia Jax. And Bayley has a chance here to go for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And the Throwdown Women's Champion defeats both Nia Jax and Charlotte in a match here. And that has completely thrown my Shabby Mania plans into disarray now because I've got no idea what to do. Let's have a look at the rankings. Let's have a look at the rankings. Right. With this victory then for Bayley. See, the problem is that Becky Lynch is the highest rated female on the roster now. Obviously with Bayley as well, of course. So, oh, I'm on Mayhem obviously. What am I Mayhem for? Throwdown Women's, where are you? Come on, there we go. Throwdown Women's roster. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? So Charlotte and Nia Jax both losing. But what the hell's a replay is this? So believe it or not, it's actually the 2 highest rated people that are not the champion in this roster are Becky Lynch and Alicia Fox. And I think with Bayley just defeating Nia Jax and Charlotte here, it sort of makes sense that them 2 should not get that opportunity because they've just had an opportunity. I'll have to think about this one. I feel like Becky Lynch and Alicia Fox in a triple threat alongside Bayley could be an interesting idea though. And time then for our main event of the evening. CM Punk takes on Bret Hart, and the winner will be the 6th and final entrant in the Elimination Chamber at Shabby Mania for next week. And here we go then. This is going to be a good one again. 2 of the top men on the roster, and of course they're both being given this opportunity because of their high ranking scores. At the moment, they're both in a pretty good position. And of course, there's only space for one of them, though, inside the Elimination Chamber. We already know Roman Reigns is going to be in there as the champion. Andre the Giant won that 30-man Royal Rumble. The Undertaker defeated his brother Kane. Luke Harper defeated Zack Sabre Jr. And last week, Shawn Michaels defeated Austin Aries. It's going to be an awesome match. It really is. We're also going to have Samoa Joe defending his United States Championship against Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. I'm feeling like Becky Lynch versus... Bayley defending a belt against Becky Lynch and Alicia Fox might be an interesting one. Alicia Fox is... I don't know why she's so high up, but she is, and it's mainly because of... Oh, she's not. She's not, so I've just noticed that I've not updated the rankings for her yet. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So Alicia Fox is actually not the score she is now. She's actually on 100 points. But she's still the highest. You've got Becky Lynch and Bayley both at the top. Very similar points scored. And then you've got Alicia Fox on 100. And then you've got Kimberly Frankel on 98. Natalia on 98 as well. Is that right? Yeah, Natalia's on 98 as well. And then you've got Nia Jax on 95. AJ Lee 95. Eve Marie 95. Charlotte is on 90. And Dana Brooke is on 90. So... Is Alicia Fox on the new game? I don't remember seeing her name. I bet she is, isn't she? But I don't remember seeing her name anywhere. I did have the roster, didn't I? But if I've got it anymore. WWE, no, WWE 2K18 roster. Let's have a quick look. I don't know if Alicia Fox is on the game or not. Right, SmackDown Hotel would be a good place to go. I remember seeing Alicia Fox's name. No, Alicia... Oh, no, Alicia Fox is on the game, yeah. Okay. Alicia Fox is on the game. So... I sort of want to drop Alicia Fox out, but at the same time it'd be a bit harsh because she's higher rated. I'm thinking Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Becky Lynch, Bayley, Kimberly, and Natalia. That's the problem. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one. Nice leg drop there by CM Punk. I think I might just drop out Becky Lynch, you know, because she's had the championship, she lost the belt. I feel like we should give someone new an opportunity. Shall we? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I really am. I'm gonna have to think about this one before I commit to anything, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back off and have a think about it. I don't want to commit to it yet. We'll cross that bridge when we come to Shabby Mania. Try and figure out the best way of doing it. I don't really want to have a Battle Royal. See, it'd be great in 2K18. It'd be great because you can have a Fatal 5 match and you can have a Fatal 6 match as well, I think. And you can even have to a Fatal 8-way scramble, I suppose. But of course, until that game comes out, we're stuck to just the 4 ways or a 6-person Battle Royal. I don't really want the championship to be defended in a Battle Royal, to be honest with you. It's doable, but... yeah. Bret Hart now just wrenching back of that leg, just folding CM Punk in half. And I saw this the other day. A lot of people have been using this submission recently, and the person in the submission tends to... it looks like they're tapping out against their own leg. It's really weird. As Punk now locking in the armbar, wrenching back at Bret Hart. Punk spinning heel kick on Bret. Bret now sending Punk into the corner. Punk reversing it, sending Bret into the corner now. As Punk got planned here, a couple of big right hands in the spine, but Bret catches him into a Russian leg sweep. Now Bret dropping into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And Bret now dropping an elbow right across the forehead of CM Punk. And now looking to lock in a figure 4 leg lock. Very interesting maneuver. Not what we normally see from him. He's, of course, normally the sharpshooter, but this is a good way to build up to a sharpshooter. Punk fights free. Normally most people try and roll that over and get out that way, but Punk deciding the best way was just to strike Bret Hart as hard as he... But wow, what a DDT. Strike Bret Hart as hard as he possibly could. Big boot in the chest there by CM Punk. And Bret now taking Punk down. Bret taking Punk up into a pile driver. Fold him in half. CM Punk now though. Big strong lariat taking Bret Hart down. And this match is very back and forth, isn't it? Very back and forth. Punk back up to his feet. Middle of the ring with Bret Hart taking him up. Butterfly backbreaker. Now Punk stalking Bret. What's he looking for here? Are we looking GTS? He's up on the shoulders. GTS by CM Punk on Bret Hart. There's the pin. 1, 2. And no, Bret kicked out. Wow. Bret kicked out. CM Punk up to the top. Stalking Bret. What's Punk got scheduled here? Jumping elbow right to the forehead of Bret Hart. Punk now bringing Bret back up to a seated base. Bret fighting back with the right hand right in the gut of Punk. And a step up into Guri. Wow. Just knocked Punk out, that did. But Punk back up, dragon screw on Bret Hart now. And that could be interesting. You would damage the legs of Bret Hart. It's making it much more difficult for him to lock in that sharpshooter with any real force because of his arm being damaged. It's an interesting maneuver, and his leg, sorry. Over the top there by Punk on Bret. Dropping an elbow right into the knee. Big boot in the back there by Punk as well on Bret Hart as he now goes over the top rope. Willing Bret back up to his feet. What has Punk got planned? Springboard clothesline completely missed. And Bret just stares at him like, man, what are you doing, man? Come on. And Bret, I just don't even know what Bret's up to be honest. He just stood there waiting for CM Punk to recuperate and then allowed CM Punk to attack him. That's obviously a very clever way of working forward, isn't it? Punk catching Bret then with the Hurricanrana. Now Punk heads up top. Looking for that big Macho Man Randy Savage style elbow, and it clashes right in the heart of Bret Hart. And Punk, instead of going for the pin though, gets up and taunts the crowd here. And Punk once again stalking Bret Hart. If we see a second GTS here, surely Bret's not going to kick out again. Punk, GTS. Bret Hart down. Punk with a pin. 1, 2, and 3. And CM Punk takes that 6th and final place inside the Elimination Chamber for Shabby Mania next week. Wow. So that match is now going to be Roman Reigns, Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, Luke Harper, Shawn Michaels, and CM Punk all inside the Elimination Chamber, all fighting it out, of course, for the Throwdown Championship. a dragon screw that was by CM Punk as well on Bret Hart. And trying to just weaken the body parts of Bret to weaken his his eventual offense. Then Punk with the second GTS of the match was enough to finish Bret Hart off. And there we go, CM Punk gets himself a place inside the Elimination Chamber. We still haven't had anybody who has won the main event championship in 2 separate brands yet. Punk has that opportunity at Throwdown's Shabby Mania. He's had the chance once already at the Second City Showdown, and of course lost it to Zack Sabre Jr. But will he have a chance to pull it off at Shabby Mania? Right guys, that is the end of this episode of the SWE, and it's also the end of Throwdown's shows. Of course, we do still have Shabby Mania for you, and of course the Rumble special to see who will be staying on Throwdown as well, so be sure to keep an eye out for those. But this is the last episode from the Throwdown Arena. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you are enjoying it, and I will see you again in a couple of days' time for our last episode of Adrenaline here in SWE Season 2. Bye. The 1, 2, 3.